Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the Solidus Randy 250 by Audiority. We're going to get into a few tones and see what it sounds like on the solo guitars, but before we do that, let's have a listen to see how it sounds in the mix. Okay, so the Solidus Randy 250 is a new plugin from Audiority and it's based on the Randall RG100ES and RH150, both solid state amplifiers and both super known in the sort of the metal and heavy rock world, most famously used by Dimebag Darrell. So if you're after that sort of retro metal tone, this is the perfect plugin for you. The suite itself contains the two different amps, as well as a noise gate, an overdrive pedal, EQ, and a integrated cab section with impulse responses from Seacow cabs, Redwirez, and a couple of others as well. So let's have a listen now to some of the solo guitar tracks of the mix that we just heard. So first up, we've got one of the distorted rhythm tones. Started off here with a preset on the RG100. The preset's just high gain shred, and then didn't change too much of it, to be honest. Just took out the gate, changed the overdrive settings a little bit, and left the amp settings pretty much as they were. And then I think I just changed the cab settings as well, because there's a lot to choose from in this pack, and that sounds like this. And then all I've got going on post that is just a bit of a high pass, low pass, and then a tiny bit of notch filtering just in the higher frequencies, just where you normally would in a guitar amp to get rid of any frequencies that you don't like. And then we're just running into a reverb on a bus, which is just a stock reverb that comes in Logic. Then next up, we've got the distorted rhythm right channel. For this one, we used the RH150 head, so that's the modern head. And again, just used one of the presets, so modern hard rock tone. I think all I did for this one was just played around with the mids a little bit to bring them up a bit more in the mix. Turned off the overdrive and the gate, left the post EQ on, and then again also changed the cab just to my taste, just really to sort of match the guitar that I was using. That sounds like this. And then same situation again on this, on the post EQ. So a high pass, low pass, bit of notch filtering, and then a tiny bit of the low mids taken out there on quite a sort of a wide band. And then we've got the EQ again, going to a different bus, but going onto the other side. So the right rhythm track goes to a reverb on the left, and the left rhythm track goes to a reverb on the right. So those two together sound like this. Both amps there, I think, sort of complementing each other in quite a good way, where the modern one doesn't have as many mids. The RG100 has a lot more mids, and I think the two of those on the left and right side are really good together. And then for the lead channel, what we've got is the RG100 again, but this time we've got it on a slightly lower gain setting, and we've got the overdrive switched on. Not adding a lot of drive, but just boosting level a bit and sort of adjusting the EQ very slightly on the way into the amp. We've got the gate turned on just to get rid of any noise, and we've got our cab setting in there. And all of these are based on the presets, and then just tweaked them for my liking, really. And what we've got on the post EQ is a slightly harsher high pass and low pass filter, because really we want the lead guitar to just sit in the mids and not take up any low end information or too much high end. And that sounds like this. Okay, so all three of those together then, sort of taking up slightly different spaces in the mix, which is really good for guitar separation and helps with the stereo spread of the guitars as well. All three of them together sounding like this. And then with the bass, drums, and effects guitar added, the effects guitar is just a little bit of picking with some delay and some reverb, so nothing too crazy going on there. Just adding a bit of depth, but nothing actually too loud going on there. Yeah, so everything together in the mix sounds like this. Okay, so that was us checking out the Solidus Randy 250 by Audiority. Really good plugin. It's nice to see these amplifiers represented in the amp sim world. If you are looking for something that is slightly different, you know, a metal tone that is slightly different to what you'll hear, this is a really good opportunity to get that and to try out the RG100. Most people would never get to play through one of these, so it's really good to have it in software form. So another great plugin by Audiority, and look forward to seeing more stuff from them in the future. All right, thanks for watching.